Good morning. We're here at the Josephine County Baby Shower with Travis Marsh with the Grants Pass Fire Department.
Hi. All right, so first we're going to go over harnessing tips for rear-facing children. So in the state of Oregon, children have to travel rear-facing until they're 2 years old. That's the bare minimum. The safest thing you can do is keep them rear-facing for as long as possible, up to the upper height and weight limit of that rear-facing seat. So for harness positioning, we want to make sure that the harness straps go over the child's shoulder, and where they go back into the seat, and I'll get this close so you can see, this line here is at or below the child's shoulders. And then for tightening, every time we harness a child, we want to do what's called a pinch test. And that is up at the child's shoulders or collarbone area. We try to pinch a fold in the webbing. And if we can pinch it like that, then it's too loose. So we want to get it a little bit tighter until we can't quite grab a fold in here. And then last step is going to be to adjust the retainer clip or the chest clip so that it's up high at the armpit level. This is really important, and this helps keep the harness in the correct position in the event of a crash. Moving on to forward facing. The harness positioning, so state of Oregon, children have to travel in a 5-point harness forward facing until they're 4 years old. Again, that's the bare minimum, that's the state law. The best thing is to keep them in that 5-point harness until they outgrow the upper height or weight limit of that seat. We want the harness strap to go back into the seat in the line that's closest to, at, or above the child's shoulders. So unlike rear facing, when the harness straps are below, we want to make sure this is at or above, like this child is here. We're still always going to do the same pinch test, so I can't quite pinch a fold at the child's shoulders, and then the retainer clip is going to go in the exact same position. For installing, it might be easier if you come over to the other side of the car and film me through the car.
Yep.
So I'm going to install this seat rear facing, and I'm going to be using the seat belt to install it. So the first thing we want to do is check and make sure that we have a lockable retractor. So the retractor is what takes all the seat belt back into the seat, and to test that, you're going to pull all of the slack out of the seat belt all the way till you get to the very end. Let it in a little bit. You hear it clicking right now. You might not be able to hear it, but it is. And after letting some in, I'm going to try and pull on it again, and I can't pull any more slack. So I know this seatbelt retractor goes into the locking mode. Some car seats have 2 belt paths. So this is a convertible type seat. It can be used rear facing or forward facing. You want to ensure that you're using the correct belt path for the direction that seat's oriented. Grab your buckle or your latch plate. You're going to route it through the belt path. Buckle it, and then after that's buckled, then you're going to switch this retractor into the locking mode. Do your best to prevent any folds or twists from getting in the webbing of the seatbelt itself. And then do what we did just a second ago. Pull all of the seatbelt webbing out of the seatbelt, let a little back in. I hear it clicking. I try and pull again so I know it's in locking mode. And then to get it tight enough, I'm going to push down into the seat and pull slack out and feed it back into the retractor up here. All rear-facing seats have a level indicator of some sort. This one is a line that's stamped into the plastic, and I want that level with the ground that the vehicle's parked on. They're all a little bit different, and you always want to refer to your car seat owner's manual. So pushing, pulling, and feeding slack back up here, and then to check if it's tight enough, I'm going to grab on both sides of the car seat where the belt path is and check that I don't have more than an inch of motion side to side or front to back. That's where we test it. There's always going to be movement up here in a rear facing seat because there's nothing holding it back here. So I'll double check my work on my level line. It's pretty dang close to perfect, and we have a car seat that's correctly installed and ready to go.